What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. We're gonna go back to the hideaway. This is probably gonna be towards the end of the chapter, I'm guessing, because I stopped the I stopped the video last time before the chapter ended, so I'm assuming that the chapter is gonna end right now. But it's really gonna be interesting to see where the story goes from here, because there's already it's such a rich build-up that I know I'm gonna be surprised either way.
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Oh gosh, that's so pretty.
Remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
Oh, I like that line a lot. That's really nice.
They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
I love how giddy he is. It's so cute. It's so cute. Auto's counter is now... Oh, okay, cool. Let's see, new facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alia reports, the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. Nice. Okay, so the Hunt Board kind of reminds me of The Witcher and the jobs that you could take on. Interesting.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Okay. Okay, we'll do. Uh-oh. I don't know why I said uh-oh, but I feel an uh-oh.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Torgal. What are you sniffing out?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
No. Teamwork.
To the end.
Come on.
All right, we are on chapter Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Okay, sounds good to me. It's really interesting to go through a lot of these, a lot of this playthrough, because I'm just gonna pause it for a second before I get get to hear them speak. If you guys notice in the editing style of these videos, I'm focusing more on the story instead of a lot of the gameplay, because yeah, fighting monsters is cool and fighting all the beasts and everything is really awesome, unless it is a mini boss or a main boss. I don't show many of like the little fights in between, because I'm more focused on the story with this game, because the story is really honestly the most intensive part. So if you guys are seeing like different cuts in different segments of where I'm skipping like certain like little mini fights that'll be in certain grassland areas or different fight segments and stuff like that of different creatures, not the mini or the main bosses, that's why I'm just more so focusing on the story.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
I know the chocobos look so pretty.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes.
God, I love
to
those
welcome
outfits.
A new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Okay. Speak with several of the villagers. Okay, yep. Oh, we're speaking over this one. Over this one? We're speaking to this one.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields.
Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing
Sass.
those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Interesting.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Alright, make for Port Isidol. Oh, I could never pronounce that name. Oh. Ooh, this is so Dark Souls. I like it.
Clive.
The art, not the combat.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I double dog dare you.
I'll show you a true shield to Rosaria.
Gotta get rid of the magic guy. That's what any Souls game teaches you. Get rid of the healer. Get rid of the healer. I didn't know that you can aim and do stuff with this ability. That's actually pretty gnarly.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Oh, okay. He did not meet a pleasant end. I feel like he needed my inhaler. The way the guy was wheezing a little bit, you know? Either that or a nebulizer. Holy moly. I love the plentiful cutscenes. I live for this stuff. Oh my gosh.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, that's... Oh, that's gruesome. Yikes. Oh. That is not pleasant. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not nice.
This was my mother's doing.
But why?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 has grown up a lot. It has grown up a lot, holy moly.
Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't lose on here like this.
Jeez.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Port Isolde. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. I was like, how in the world do you pronounce Port? I was over here pronouncing it Port Isolde. Oh my gosh.
To Rosalith.
Ooh, that's pretty. What is this? In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. I don't know why I found that name funny. Duchy. Who's a good little duchy? Who's a widow duchy? You are. You're the 250th duchy. I'm done. My humor is absolute trash.
They're all Rosarian.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough for everything!
Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said,
Uh-oh.
you filth! Back to your stall! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Okay. Oh, already the next chapter. Black Light Burns. Okay. I don't have a good feeling about this, but that's okay because you know what? Whenever you go into an abandoned area, there's always going to be something to kick you in the booty and make you wish you hadn't. So let's just hope that doesn't happen.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
I like that line.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Aw, it's cute.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
You can just take the sorry and let us go. Oh, crap.
Or not.
Ow, Clive, what is wrong with you? He literally just stomped on him. Oh my gosh. Quick, easy, painless, just the way I like it, babes.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And
It was
he's
my
long
father.
dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Ow.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother?
The mistress. Her mother. Oh my
Even
gosh.
knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
Why do these characters look like Hollows before they went hollow in Dark Souls? Like, their outfits so remind me of Dark Souls Remastered. I don't know what it is, but it's just, it reminds me so much of it. Let me know what you guys think, because it's kind of like, oh, this was when they were human, and then in Dark Souls, it's when they turned hollow.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surroundings.
Met from the rear. I'm 12.
Hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
And so it is written. All right. Party members throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay, all right, gotcha. Alright, let's go. I am ready. Oh, confront the Black Shield's main host. I sense a boss battle coming up and I'm excited.
How long have you been pursuing?
Hey guys, what's going on? Are you guys having a party? I want to be part of the party. Is there pizza?
What is it now? I told you
that there's pizza.
We bear a message for the Vicereine from the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog,
cute dog,
could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Yes.
Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
Prepare for trouble. Make it double. To protect the world from devastation. To unite all evils within a nation. To denounce the evils of truth and love. To extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Meowth! We're doing it right. Yes, I did that. I guess, I will be taking donations at the hats. Thank you! For the pizza!
Petty revolution ends here.
For the pizza!
On these our swords we swear!
Oh, yes! Wow. Ooh, nice. Oh, this is giving me flashbacks to the demo.
Stand, albeit a misguided one.
Ooh, that voice actor though. Oh my gosh, that fits the, see, that's what I'm talking about. When the voice actor fits the character, the other ones were just like this tiny voice with this big dude, and I'm like, that's off-putting.
You have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Whoa, okay, you're the leader. What? Oh my gosh. Alright, fine. I'm gonna go all icon on your booty. Ooh, nice, okay. Oh my gosh.
There's no one left to keep them occupied.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We need to finish this.
Pick the wrong one, pick the wrong one, pick the wrong one. No, pick the wrong one. There we go. Oh, I got him right in midair. Oh, that's great. What did I get for him? I want to know. Imperial Link, Dragon Talon, Ryrite, Sharp Fang, and Magic Ash. Very nice. Big sigh of relief that was.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud.
My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
That's life.
Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Nice. Black or white? Wait a second. Where was that? That was a side. That was a side quest within the main quest. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. That was actually pretty gnarly. I thought that was part of the main. Okay, technically it is a part of the main quest, but that was I like that mini quest within the main quest. That is pretty cool.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Interesting. That's third character that we've been given a seal by.
With pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Oh, this chapter has been a really good one. I like it. Port Isolde. Isolde is... I will never be able to pronounce it. I'm just accepting my fate. Isolde. I can't remember how to pronounce it, damn it!
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Interesting way to present yourself, Clive. He's doing a memory that only he would know. That's so smart.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy. It's really...
This is why I don't wear makeup a lot of the time when I film these episodes, because they get so emotional.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
And through all of this, he still has family, and that's so cool. It's so beautiful to see, because he thought that he was literally screwed over by the entire universe, and bit by bit you're seeing him claim his family back, and I think that's so awesome. And no, I'm not crying, you're crying.
You arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
I'd say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
It's not untrue, like, you know.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
This is adorable. I love his uncle's character. I love the uncle character. Oh, precious. I love it.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
I love these vulnerable moments with the characters. It's great. They did such a good job with the writing on this game. It's unbelievable. I wonder why the other waypoints are closed off. That's interesting. It must be really like into the story now, so we can't really choose to go anywhere else. Okay. Here be monsters. Arrgh.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
All right. Oh, Jill, we are about to set sail for the Mother Crystal. The next one, actually, and then we have 3 more to destroy.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
The boiling sea. Ugh, that sounds uncomfortable.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
Sound like a kid in the candy store. Ooh, it looks shiny.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's breath.
The colors, oh, the colors look so beautiful. The blues and reds and grays and, oh, that looks so pretty.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
Very nice. Already on the next chapter. Geez, fire and ice. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave it there for today's episode. I feel like the next one we're going to be dealing with the Mother Crystal at her finest and a boss or something, because I feel like we're not just going to, you know, walk through the pearly gates and be like, oh, boink, Mother Crystal destroyed. Come on, Jill, let's go back home. No, we're probably gonna deal with a few beastie boys there. But you guys, if y'all like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.